So if you have a commercial building and you have a hot and cold that mixes, remember, it needs to be 100 degrees so you don't burn the little babies. Good morning. It's Friday. We're back on lane 6 because somebody noticed that your sweep is dropping too fast. It's making a banging noise. So we're going to change the shock out today. This is not a brand new one. This is one that we've opened up and refilled with some slightly higher viscosity hydraulic fluid to provide even more of a cushioned shock as that sweep wagon drops. So this is not going to be super complicated to get it out. We have a clip here, hitch pin, and snap rings on the bottom side. So we're going to do that. We're going to take the whole thing out and go back to the workshop. So we've got our sweep release attenuator here in the workshop. We're going to cut right here with some wire cutters. Hopefully, maybe. I'm doing this right-handed. I am not predominantly right-handed. Apparently, I'm not even left-handed today either. So let's struggle through this together. There we go. Spring post off. Allen wrench right there. I don't know what side. This side. Am I right? Yeah. Okay. Shaft collar coming out. Old shock out. New shock in. Shaft collar on. Spring post on. And we'll need to grab another speed nut and press that on. So we have a new 10mm speed nut. What I like to do is use a socket. Maybe something like this. And smush it on that way. We'll attempt to do this one-handed. There you go. Okay. We need to get our set screw tight. Grub screw for some of you folks. It's different name, same meaning. One hand tight. All right, let's go back out there. While we're here, before we go back out there, let's lubricate some pivot points and clean up a little bit of the dust accumulation on here. It's not much, but you know, rule of thumb, leave it cleaner than you found it, right? Cool. Well, we've got her all back together. We're back out on lane number 6. Let's turn it on. Now, let's hit the reset button. Is that better? We're good? Yeah, we're good. Do you want to see it from the front side? Here we go. Pretty good. So before we close it out on this one, we did have one pin misload on number 4 yesterday. And then I looked up in here. Can you see? Hold on. Right here. We have a bent wedge. So we're going to use our trusty straightening tool and bend it back. Just like this. Let go. There we go. That looks good. Nice and straight. Now we're done. So the next thing on our list this morning is going to be lane number 12. We had the table crank break on that side, and so the table was in the down position, even though the table drive shaft made it back to A, and it tried to run the sweep into the table while it was down on the stroke limiter, and now it squeaks when it sweeps. So we've gone into motor on our next gen, and so let's enable the machine. We're gonna hit enter, no, mode, sweep. Oh, well, we can't run the sweep because it's still up, so we need to drop the sweep. So let's go into table. Let's go counterclockwise. Our sweep is down. Our table is back at A switch. Right? Now we can go into sweep because can you see down there? Our sweep's down in the guard position. We're going to run it through once. It's going to be noisy because we have pins on our pin deck. So there's one. Now we can listen to it without noise. Can you hear it? So let's stop it right about there. That's where we heard the squeak. Let's turn it off. And let's go into pin light here. And we'll hop down. We'll see what we can see. So if we're looking at the 10 pin side here, it's kind of hard to see. Let me see if I can flip you upside down. We've rotated our camera 180 degrees. We've got clearance here between the bolt head and the track. Same on the back side. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but we've got clearance there. Let's go over. Yeah, we've got clearance on this side too. It's not going to come up on camera super easy, but definitely don't have interference there. So I think what I'm going to do, we're going to run the sweep back forward. We're going to clean all of our pivot points and relube everything and then recheck. Physically, I don't see anything wrong here yet. Well, I take that back. Our track frame here is a little bit bent. So let's get our magic bent sheet metal straightening tool, and we'll straighten that up, but I don't think that's our problem here. Yeah, I think we're in a good spot here. If I can keep the camera pointed where I want it, right? This may not be perfect, right? But I'm sure we can make it a little bit better. Pretty straight. Good enough, good enough. So we got our tracks wiped out. We got our pivot points wiped off and re-lubricated. Don't forget this roller while you're here, right? Our sweep wagon wheels have all been re-lubricated. All the hardware is tight. Appears to be in very good condition. So let's move up top real quick. We're going to lubricate the pivot points here on the sweep crank and the front and the back of the plate here on each side, as well as the bushings at the top of the sweep shaft here. I'm not going to do it on camera. I'm going to save a little bit of time just so we don't make too long of a video, right? This bushing in here was pretty dry. I don't know if the thing sweeping into the setting table kind of shifted, maybe where those plates mount to the side frame wall just a little bit, and maybe something kind of got a little askew because of that. But we have everything lubed, so let's go back into motor and we will run our sweep again. Nice and quiet, but you hear that clank? Sounds like it's coming from that side. I'm gonna set you guys down for a sec just to confirm. We can fix that clank by repositioning that sweep wagon support plate on the outside of our frame wall. If we loosen it and we shove it back as far as it can go, it'll kind of like teeter-totter our pivot points, and our sweep arm that runs down the side of the frame will move away from the tower and the sprockets down there. That's where it's contacting. So we've got our side cover off. This should be theoretically 6 13. You'll need 13mm wrenches, so you got 2 here, 2 here, and then 2 down there. I'm not going to get all of it on camera, but I'm going to loosen those bolts. I'm going to shove that as far back as it can go, because I'm going to need 2 hands, and I don't have a camera magnetic mount with me. So I think the best way to describe it is that I climb over the top here, and I stand on the distributor lane, and with one knee I wedge this all the way back as hard as I can go, and then I retighten all 6 of those bolts. Let's see if it worked. We're in motor, on. We're on sweep, enable, no clank. And no squeak. That's beautiful. Yeah, we're done. We're done. Let's button it up, because it's they're opening the doors. I'm sure that they'll want every lane that they can get. Hold on, I spotted something else. Our wire channel cover's loose. I think that it would be wise to say that noticing little things like these can kind of help you to be effective, right? We're never just looking at just one thing, right? What else can we see besides Crustomatic pin holders here? The Crustomatic table. Yeah, that's a long-term project, going through all of these setting tables and cleaning them and rebuilding them. We've started with just the ones that we're having more trouble calls and issues with. You know, if it's not causing us any trouble calls, you know, let's go take care of the trouble calls first. Oh man. While we're on the subject of noticing things, I was walking through the hallway here, and I noticed the cushion roller on this lane machine. It's all the way down, and yeah, a brand new roll of cloth was installed, but apparently it did not get all the way attached to the take-up reel. That's okay. Let's move it away from the wall. I like to do this in the standing upright position anyways, but I will need 2 hands to lower this lid, because I don't want to drop it. So let me see if our e-stop disengaged, start button on. It's gonna try and wind because the cloth is down. It has a no up switch signal. We can stop that if we wanted to hit that switch, but so let's rewrap this. Again, I'm gonna need 2 hands. So really what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna square the cloth up. I'm gonna hit toggle our wind and our unwind motors and make sure we're lifting the cloth evenly, and that it's gonna stay put. But yeah, always be aware of your surroundings. So this is looking good here. If I hit the button, we should wind up even. Do you hear it? I'm holding the button. Wait for it to go solid. If you press and hold that button and you've got a touchscreen machine, that resets your lane counter. So number of lanes on your roll is now reset back to 0, back to a new roll. That way, I mean, you don't have to do it through the touchscreen. You can if you want, but why not just hold a button there after you change the cloth out and move on.